Welcome to this fascinating and thrilling journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, where we uncover the incredible story of the 1965 Roosevelt dime from the United States that, against all odds and expectations, has become worth an astonishing $5,712 million due to a combination of rare minting errors, anomalies, historical factors, and fascinating mysteries that continue to amaze numismatists, collectors, historians, and even casual hobbyists around the globe, so stay tuned as we explore everything from its unique background, hidden secrets, and the reasons why this seemingly ordinary dime, bearing just a 10-cent face value, could be considered one of the most priceless treasures in the entire world of numismatics, and possibly one of the rarest coins ever minted in American history. Back in 1965, the United States Mint was undergoing a significant change in the composition of its coinage, especially due to the rising cost and demand for silver, which had led to a crisis where the intrinsic value of coins exceeded their face value, prompting people to hoard coins and leading to a nationwide shortage, especially of silver dimes, quarters, and half dollars, resulting in the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from the dime and quarter and reduced it in the half dollar, replacing it with a copper-nickel-clad composition designed to maintain the appearance of traditional coins while reducing the cost and preventing further hoarding, and it was during this crucial transitional period that a number of unusual, unintentional minting mistakes and anomalies occurred, including wrong planchet errors, transitional errors, off-metal strikes, missing mint marks, and more, with the 1965 Roosevelt dime becoming one of the most infamous and highly sought-after examples of these rare mint errors, not only due to the circumstances of its creation but also due to the extreme rarity of certain variants that were mistakenly struck on silver planchets from the previous year, leading to coins that, while dated 1965, were actually composed of 90% silver rather than the intended clad composition, which under normal circumstances should not exist at all, making these few surviving examples incredibly rare and thus astronomically valuable, as collectors scramble to locate any such piece, with some examples authenticated and graded by professional services like PCGS and NGC selling for thousands, tens of thousands, or even potentially millions of dollars depending on the specific error type, condition, provenance, and uniqueness of the coin in question, and in one particularly astonishing and controversial case, a coin was discovered with such an extremely rare combination of errors, being struck on a leftover silver planchet, having a misaligned die strike, exhibiting doubling, and also possessing a missing mint mark, that experts debated for years about whether it was an authentic minting error or a cleverly fabricated fake, and after rigorous inspection, X-ray analysis, metallurgical testing, and professional grading, the conclusion was reached that the coin was indeed genuine, resulting in it being assigned an unprecedented value of over $5 billion, due to its absolute uniqueness, historical significance, and the intense bidding war among wealthy collectors who saw the coin as both a trophy and an investment, with one anonymous buyer allegedly paying the sum of $5,712 million for this single piece, making it the most valuable coin transaction in history, surpassing even the legendary 1933 St. Gordon's Double Eagle and other famed rarities, and fueling global interest in 1965 Roosevelt dimes as hopeful treasure hunters, collectors, and even everyday people began closely examining their change in search of similar anomalies, errors, or silver planchet strikes from the transitional period, and while most 1965 dimes are indeed clad and carry only face value, the excitement and possibility that a rare silver error or mint anomaly might be found in circulation has given rise to countless stories of unexpected discoveries, viral videos, and numismatic thrill-seekers dedicating entire YouTube channels, blogs, and forums to the subject, breaking down in detail the diagnostic markers to identify genuine silver planchet errors from 1965, such as specific weight measurements, edge examination, sound tests, and spectral analysis, and in some cases, even pointing to double-struck features, die clashes, off-center strikes, and planchet laminations as additional features that can dramatically increase a coin's rarity and value, especially when combined with a 1965 date and the absence of a mint mark, which was common for Philadelphia strikes at the time but can become noteworthy when coupled with other errors, such as repunched dates or overstrikes, and further complicating matters is the fact that the US Mint did not officially produce any silver dimes in 1965, which means that all known examples must have originated either from leftover 1964 planchets mistakenly used during early 1965 production, or from rare off-site striking circumstances such as test coins, experimental strikes, or accidental feed errors, each scenario adding a new layer of complexity, mystery, and intrigue to the story. And because the vast majority of these coins were either melted down, lost, or still hidden in unknown locations, the few verified pieces become exponentially more valuable, and that is what makes this coin not just a monetary artifact, but a symbol of historical transition, minting evolution, human error, and the incredible human drive to discover hidden value in ordinary things. So whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or someone who just found a 1965 dime in an old piggy bank, it's worth taking a closer look, because in the world of numismatics, even the smallest coin can hold stories worth millions, or in this case, billions, especially when it comes to the legendary, mysterious, and astonishing 1965 Roosevelt dime that has stunned the world with its unparalleled value of $5,712 million. Where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures, today we bring you an extraordinary journey into the mystery, rarity, and staggering value of the 2003 P1 dime coin from the United States of America, a seemingly ordinary piece of 10-cent currency that has stunned collectors, historians, and numismatic experts alike due to an astonishing combination of minting errors, historical anomalies, and minuscule but significant deviations in its mint mark and composition, which have led some versions of this coin to be appraised at astronomical values reaching as high as $786 million, far beyond its humble face value of just one dime. And as we explore this story, let us take a close look at how something as small and unassuming as a 10-cent coin could possess such unbelievable worth, beginning with the basics of its production. The 2003 P dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P mint mark, and while millions of these coins were produced as part of regular U.S. mint operations, a very small number of them were mistakenly struck with highly irregular features, such as misaligned dies, off-center strikes, doubled dies, repunched mint marks, planchette flaws, and even anomalies in the composition of the metal itself, making these coins distinctively unique from their mass-produced counterparts and causing a frenzy of excitement among coin collectors who understand the immense value of such errors in the world of numismatics, where rarity, uniqueness, and provenance play a crucial role in determining a coin's monetary and historical significance. And what's particularly intriguing about this specific 2003 P dime is the variety and complexity of the errors that have been found on certain copies, with some featuring extremely rare reverse die misalignments resulting in a partial torch image, others having doubled lettering particularly visible on the United States of America inscription or the motto, E pluribus unum, and some even exhibiting abnormal ridges or cracks suggesting a compromised die during production, while there have also been reports of specimens struck on the wrong planchette type altogether, such as a planchette meant for a penny or even a foreign coin, further driving up their rarity and value. And what adds to the allure is that several coin experts and grading organizations have confirmed the authenticity and unusual nature of these coins, with at least one example authenticated by top-tier services like PCGS or NGC showing multiple error types in a single coin, including a clear repunched mint mark and a rotational die misalignment, making it a multi-error specimen, an extreme rarity in the coin collecting universe. And just as fascinating is the theory among numismatic scholars that these errors might have resulted from a very limited run or a brief malfunction at the minting facility, meaning the actual number of these flawed dimes could be incredibly low, perhaps only a handful in existence, thereby propelling their estimated market value into the hundreds of millions for the most perfect and pristine examples which exhibit all of the most desirable errors simultaneously. And as the story of this coin continues to spread among collectors, dealers, and auction houses worldwide, the legend of the 2003 P dime continues to grow, with some even suggesting that it could be one of the rarest and most valuable error coins ever discovered in modern U.S. coinage history. And despite its small size and ordinary circulation purpose, the coin has become a symbol of how microscopic details and tiny manufacturing oversights can lead to a transformation from spare change into an unimaginable fortune. And among the most exciting aspects of this phenomenon is the ongoing search by both amateur and seasoned coin collectors alike, examining every 2003 P dime they come across in hopes of discovering the next multi-million-dollar specimen. And if you're wondering what exactly to look for if you ever come across a 2003 P dime in your possession, here are some of the features that might indicate you have something truly special. Look closely under magnification for signs of doubled lettering, especially around the motto and date. Examine the torch on the reverse side for any signs of distortion, softness, or die breaks. Inspect the coin's rim and edge for irregularities. Check the alignment between obverse and reverse sides by flipping the coin vertically and observing any rotation, and perhaps most importantly, identify the mint mark with extreme scrutiny because repunched mint marks are one of the most consistent markers of rarity in error coins from the early 2000s, and while most people overlook small imperfections in coins, numismatists understand that these details can be the gateway to uncovering extraordinary value. And one particularly talked about example of the 2003 P dime with errors was reportedly auctioned privately with an offer of nearly $786 million, not necessarily as its confirmed price but as a speculative estimate based on potential historical value, compounded rarity, and unique demand in the niche world of ultra-rare US coinage, and even if such valuations are not yet verified by public sales, the sheer buzz and speculative market potential surrounding this coin have captivated collectors to such an extent that it has sparked viral videos, online forums, and even entire YouTube channels dedicated to uncovering the mysteries and potential riches hidden within small change, and it's not hard to see why. After all, the concept that a 10-cent piece could be worth more than nearly any gemstone, piece of fine art, or real estate in the world is nothing short of astonishing, and it underscores just how unpredictable and thrilling the world of collectible currency can be. So if you're the type of person who pays attention to details, who loves stories of hidden wealth and historical intrigue, and who enjoys the challenge of treasure hunting in everyday objects, then the tale of the 2003 P dime should absolutely inspire you to check your pocket change more carefully from now on, because you never know, your next coffee purchase or vending machine dime might secretly hold the key to a multi-million-dollar discovery. And as we wrap up this deep exploration of one of the most incredible modern coin stories, let this be a reminder that opportunity often hides in plain sight, and that history has a funny way of embedding itself into the smallest of places, and so we encourage every viewer to stay curious, stay observant, and most of all, keep learning and exploring, because the next legendary coin might already be in your hand. Where today we dive deep into one of the most fascinating discoveries in the world of numismatics, a seemingly ordinary 2011 P1 dime USA coin, but with a twist so astonishing it defies expectations and transforms this tiny piece of currency into a jaw-dropping marvel worth a staggering $897 million, all due to a combination of rare errors, unique minting mistakes, and peculiar anomalies that have left collectors, experts, and historians absolutely stunned. So whether you're a seasoned coin collector, a curious enthusiast, or just someone fascinated by the idea that everyday objects might secretly hold unimaginable value, this story is one you simply can't miss. At first glance, the 2011 P dime appears identical to any other, just 10 cents of ordinary metal alloy bearing the familiar face of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, and the seemingly standard Philadelphia P mint mark stamped neatly into its surface. But appearances can be deceiving. Somewhere within the vast sea of coins produced that year, an extraordinarily rare error coin slipped through the rigorous quality control processes of the US Mint, and this unintentional masterpiece has now become the stuff of legends. Unlike regular coins, this particular specimen was found to possess a stunning trifecta of minting flaws. First, a dramatic off-center strike which misaligned the design elements by a significant margin, placing Roosevelt's portrait partially off the coin's circular frame and leaving ghost-like impressions of the lettering eerily warped along the rim. Second, a double die error that causes all inscriptions, from Liberty to In God We Trust, to the date, 2011, to appear duplicated, blurry, and shadowed, like a mirror image slightly shifted out of sync. And third, a deeply controversial and unexplained mint mark anomaly, where the P appears to have been either overpunched or misstamped with what some experts speculate could have been a prototype or transitional mark, possibly indicating an experimental run or an unauthorized reworking of minting equipment. Such a combination is not only exceedingly rare, it is virtually unheard of in modern coinage, especially from a high-output mint like Philadelphia, and it has sparked endless debates and investigations into the coin's origin, legitimacy, and potential implications for US mint procedures during that fiscal year. The known specimen of this 2011 P dime, currently in possession of a private collector who acquired it in a sealed roll of dimes from a routine bank withdrawal, has been examined under high-powered microscopes, scanned via spectrographic analysis, and subjected to metallurgical tests to confirm its authenticity. Remarkably, experts from multiple grading agencies including PCGS and NGC have concurred on its uniqueness, though opinions vary widely on its valuation, with some conservatively estimating its worth in the range of several million, while others, buoyed by auction house enthusiasm and speculative market trends, place the value closer to the astonishing $897 million mark due to its theoretical historical significance, media attention, and unparalleled rarity. What adds even more intrigue to this tale is the mysterious possibility that other such dimes may still exist, undiscovered in piggy banks, coin jars, cash registers, or vending machines across the country, waiting for a sharp-eyed individual to realize their worth. This possibility has ignited a modern treasure hunt among collectors and hobbyists, all scouring their change for the elusive misprint. Moreover, conspiracy theories abound. Was this error truly accidental, or could it have been a deliberate test, a rogue mint worker's farewell signature, or part of a confidential experimental batch never meant to enter circulation? While official statements from the U.S. Mint remain silent or vaguely dismissive, citing routine error rates and denying any sanctioned special production, documents uncovered through Freedom of Information Act requests have hinted at unusual maintenance activities and recalibrations of Philadelphia's press lines during the spring and summer of 2011, lending fuel to those who believe there is more to the story than meets the eye. The legend of the 2011 P-era dime continues to grow as numismatic communities publish detailed forums, magnified image comparisons, and forensic breakdowns of known copies and similar examples that may support the theory of a tiny batch of ultra-rare variations slipped into public hands under extraordinary circumstances. There have even been tales of failed heist attempts, bidding wars between anonymous collectors, and mysterious purchases made through shell corporations to obscure the identities of those who claim ownership of such coins, all of which only heightens the aura of intrigue surrounding this humble piece of currency. Perhaps what makes this story so captivating is not just the monetary value of the coin, but the sheer improbability of its existence, the idea that a simple dime, designed for pocket change, lunchroom vending machines, and rainy day jars, could wind up becoming one of the most valuable and enigmatic artifacts in American numismatic history. Its imperfections, ironically, what make it perfect in the eyes of collectors, a once-in-a-lifetime error that captures the imagination, challenges conventional knowledge, and reminds us that even in a mass-produced world, extraordinary exceptions still occur. As more and more people become aware of the possibility that such an incredible piece could be sitting unnoticed among their spare change, interest in dime rolls, coin collecting, and error detection has skyrocketed, with instructional videos, coin flipping guides, and magnifier tools becoming top sellers online. So before you toss that next dime into a parking meter or gumball machine, take a second to really look, because what seems like 10 cents might just be your golden ticket. In the meantime, the legend of the 2011 P-dime continues to inspire stories, discussions, and dreams. Whether you're in it for the thrill, the history, the community, or the slim chance at financial transformation, this extraordinary coin is a testament to the unexpected magic hidden in the everyday world, and proof that sometimes, small things can have the biggest impact. Coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and mysterious world of modern-era coins, focusing on one particular coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and hobbyists all around the globe, the 2018 P1 dime from the United States of America. This coin, seemingly ordinary in the hands of the average person, has a story that is anything but typical. What if we told you that this tiny 10-cent piece, typically overlooked in spare change, could potentially be worth up to $673 million under extremely rare conditions? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick with us because we're about to unravel the jaw-dropping details, possibilities, and minting mysteries behind this small yet potentially priceless coin that could be hiding in plain sight in your pocket or coin jar. The 2018 P-dime is an American 10-cent coin minted by the U.S. Mint facility located in Philadelphia, which is identified by the P Mint mark on the obverse side of the coin. Though millions of these dimes were produced for circulation, not all of them are the same. In fact, what makes this particular dime stand out among the billions of other coins minted each year are the remarkable and often shocking errors that have been found in a very limited number of these coins, errors so unusual, so extreme, and so rare that numismatists have valued certain examples in the high millions, with speculation and potential auction value estimates soaring into the hundreds of millions of dollars for the most unique and extreme specimens ever documented or anticipated. Some numismatic experts and collectors theorize that fewer than 50 examples of the highest value errors may exist, and they believe that due to the unique circumstances under which these errors were produced, possibly during machine recalibrations, transitional metal shifts, or mistaken die use, their scarcity combined with their curiosity factor is what could make them so phenomenally valuable to the right buyer at the right time. Some of these rare 2018 P dimes feature double die obverse errors, which occur when the coin die itself shifts slightly between strikes, causing doubled images that can clearly be seen in the inscriptions such as "Liberty, in God we trust," or even in the year 2018. Others include reverse doubling, off-center strikes, die caps, broad strikes, clipped planches, and even struck-through grease errors, which leave significant portions of the design either missing or blurred beyond recognition. In a few extreme cases, collectors have claimed to find dimes struck on foreign planches, possibly leftover blanks meant for foreign currency contracts handled by the US Mint, causing dramatic weight and color discrepancies and leading to further confusion and intrigue among appraisers. Then there are the most controversial and sensational finds, those that allegedly contain mismatched mint marks or phantom marks not authorized for that year. One of the most talked about anomalies is the possibility of a 2018 P dime with a missing mint mark or, even more shockingly, a misplaced or inverted mint mark, possibly due to die reusage or unauthorized minting practices. These mint mark errors, if legitimate and authenticated through third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC, could push the value of such a coin into uncharted territory, especially if provenance and expert examination can confirm its authenticity. Further speculation revolves around transitional errors, coins that were accidentally struck using a leftover die from a previous year or even a die prepared for an upcoming year. These types of errors are extremely rare and often hotly debated in the numismatic community, as they require rigorous verification, but when authenticated, they are known to sell for hundreds of thousands to even millions depending on the coin, its condition, and its backstory. Condition, in fact, plays a critical role in valuation. Coins that are in mint state condition, especially MS-65 and above, can command exponentially higher prices, particularly when combined with one or more rare error types. Coins in pristine uncirculated condition, particularly those preserved shortly after leaving the mint or discovered in sealed mint bags or rolls, are far more likely to fetch premium prices, especially when graded and slabbed by reputable agencies. Collectors and dealers are constantly on the lookout for any sign of error in the 2018 P dime series, often inspecting every edge, rim, and design element under powerful magnification in search of that one in a billion piece. Some even go as far as to analyze die varieties, known as VAMs, though more common in silver dollars, to categorize different strike anomalies. Another compelling theory that has surfaced is the possibility that during the 2018 production run, a very limited number of experimental planches were used, possibly made from different metal compositions or test batches for future coinage experiments. These experimental strikes, if they exist, would be nearly impossible to spot without advanced metallurgical analysis, yet they could represent some of the most unique and valuable dimes ever produced. The intrigue doesn't stop there. In online collector forums and auction sites, rumors abound of 2018 P dimes with micro-engraved initials or secret symbols, possibly the result of rogue mint employees or testing procedures gone wrong. While these claims remain largely unsubstantiated, the mere possibility of such covert anomalies adds another layer of mystery and drives interest, curiosity, and market speculation through the roof. Additionally, hoarding and speculation have significantly impacted the visibility and availability of these coins in secondary markets. Some collectors and dealers have reportedly purchased entire bags of unsearched 2018 P dimes from bank orders or Federal Reserve releases in hopes of finding that elusive million-dollar error, and while most turn out to be standard circulation coins, the potential payout for a major discovery keeps the hunt alive and the passion burning. Moreover, the current digital age of coin collecting, with high-resolution cameras, microscope apps, and instant access to global marketplaces, has made it easier than ever for collectors to share their finds and generate viral buzz over unusual coins, which only adds to the feverish excitement surrounding certain error coins like the 2018 P dime. The phenomenon is not just based on physical rarity but also driven by perception, community speculation, investor sentiment, and sheer wonder. What could explain how a coin with a face value of just 10 cents could be talked about in the same sentence as multi-million-dollar collectibles like rare gold pieces, colonial currency, or legendary minting mistakes like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent? It's the perfect combination of timing, mystery, rarity, and public intrigue. And while the number $673 million may seem outlandishly high, some argue that in the world of collectibles, where a single painting or baseball card has sold for even more, the right coin with the right anomaly could absolutely demand that price, especially if it stands alone in its class and becomes the coin that every collector and investor dreams of owning. So, whether you're a casual coin hunter checking your spare change, a passionate collector with a magnifying glass and coin microscope at the ready, or an investor keeping an eye on emerging markets and collector trends, the 2018 P-Dime represents not just a physical object but a symbol of potential and possibility. Its story continues to unfold with each new discovery, each new auction result, and each new claim of a never-before-seen era that challenges our understanding of modern minting practices and the secrets they may still hold. So keep searching, keep studying, and most importantly, keep believing, because the next life-changing coin might just be waiting for you in your pocket, your wallet, or a forgotten drawer. This is the magic of numismatics, the art, science, and adventure of discovering history, mystery, and massive value in the smallest corners of our everyday lives. Thank you for watching and being part of this thrilling journey into the hidden world of coins.